Welcome back. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jack Van Meter. We have to talk about our next system, which is just on our doorstep here in Michiana. And we're going to start off with the radar zoomed all the way out. We can see a whole lot of green just off to our west. The big question is the green, obviously rain. Is that rain going to be moving into our backyard going into next week? And the short answer, unfortunately, is going to be no. But what we're actually looking at is a large low pressure system. Actually, the center of the low pressure is out there in Canada, and yeah, you actually can see that blue there. It's actually going to be some snow. We're not going to talk about though, because we're not going to be dealing with that whatsoever. Just the rain showers from portions of Minnesota going all the way down actually towards Texas, and that's inching its way towards Michiana. But as we zoom in the radar, we can see that the rain out in Illinois is actually going to struggle to get into Michiana. The main reason for that is the fact that our air is very, very dry. We've had almost zero humidity in our forecast for the past few days, and that's actually going to be eating away at the rain as it tries to move into Michiana tomorrow. As a result, we're just going to be having cloud cover for the afternoon. Now, something that we have been first alerting to ever since this morning, Alyssa Heilman brought it to you first, was the chance of fog for tomorrow morning's forecast. That's pretty much going to be taking place from 7 o'clock in the morning up until 9 o'clock in the morning. But take a look at the impacts of the fog. It's not going to be wild. Only drops visibility down to right around 8 miles. When fog gets dangerous, that's anytime it's under 5 miles and under a quarter of a mile. Not going to be the case whatsoever tomorrow. You may just want to add maybe 5 minutes to your commute time, especially if you're driving to a rural area. But for tomorrow's full forecast, going to be dealing with the fog right out of the door, and then as soon as the sun rises, it's obviously going to warm our temperatures, and as a result of that, it's going to mix out some of that moisture, and we're not going to be dealing with the fog. 67 at noon, 5 o'clock, 73 degrees, which happens to be our high temperature for the day. So here's Future Track tracking out your entire Monday for everybody. We can see the fog moving in from the east. That's going to be because of our wind direction, but then in the afternoon, our wind direction is going to shift 180 degrees from the west. Watch those clouds moving into the area by the middle of the day, 66 degrees at noon. You can see the green trying to show up on the radar and then just eats away and just turns into cloud cover as we make our way into the afternoon and make our way throughout the overnight hours. Now, of course, the big question, when are we actually going to be seeing rain? Drought conditions are very present across Michiana. Well, it's not going to be happening in the beginning or even middle portion of the week. We actually have to wait until next weekend, starting on Friday, for those rain chances to crop up in the 10-day forecast. Speaking of, there it is, 73 degrees once again tomorrow. Only 70 on Tuesday, and then that big system that we were talking about at the beginning of my weather hit, it's finally going to be working its way through, dropping us back to more fall-like feel, something we all can get behind, I think.